Konnichiwa, Ian des. Let's learn some English. Today we're looking at sports. Looking at the different types of sports you can play. Usually when you think of sports, the first thing that comes to mind is balls. Different kinds of balls. So we'll go through a few different sports. And we'll probably start with the main one. Football. Use a ball and your foot. Football. This is also called soccer. The Americans call it soccer. And to be fair, the Japanese word is basically soccer. But it's football. The Americans call this a football. There we go, this guy. That's an American footballer. And this just a football player, soccer player. Another popular sport with a ball is tennis. The word for tennis in Japanese is very similar as well. Use a smaller ball. Little yellow, there's green, somewhere in between yellow-green ball. You also have rugby. That's got a different shape ball. That's the same shape as the American football. So American football and rugby both use this. It's kind of egg shape, whereas a football it's a round ball. Another sport is hockey. This is field hockey because you play it on the field. And this is ice hockey, which is played on the ice. The difference is ice hockey uses they call it a puck. It's kind of flat. And obviously the field hockey uses a ball. It's a little bit different, but it's basically the same. Then you have baseball, which I know is quite popular in Japan. It's one of your favourites. Do you like it? What's your favourite? Is it the football or is it baseball? So baseball, hockey ball, tennis ball, it's all about the same size. You can hold it in your hand. But of course here you throw it and you hit it with a bat. A baseball bat. Tennis, that's a racket. Tennis racket. Baseball bat. And another popular sport is basketball. I think there's a lot of anime about basketball. Oh yeah, look, loads of them. So a basketball is it's a bit bigger, maybe the size of a football. I think it's bigger. And you bounce it, and then you throw it into the net. Now these sports, some of them are called games. You have a game of tennis, but you have a football match, or basketball. I think basketball's a game. Match and game, it's kind of the same thing. So you have a rugby game, you have a hockey match. You can have rugby match, rugby game. You can sort of swap those words, it's kind of the same thing. And of course in football you have to score a goal. That's how you win. You score the goal. In tennis you have to score points. Hockey is goals. You have a goalkeeper. There we go, he's trying to save the puck. It's goalkeeper. Basketball, that's baseball, sorry. Baseball is, do you score points? I think you do. How many home runs you get and how many runs. Basketball, I don't think it's a goal. I think they're points. You throw it in, yeah, you get 3 points, don't you? So yeah, points. But some sports might involve a bicycle. So like the Tour de France. They win by, and this is a race, so the way you win is you become first, which is the same for running. There's no goal, there's no score, just the first to cross the line wins. So it's a race. So you can have a bicycle race, a running race, or you can have a sailing race. So it's probably a sport for rich people, but you can take a little boat and they race each other. So here they are doing a race. I don't really know how it works. I think they just sail to somewhere and they whoever gets there first wins. Different kind of boat is a kayak or a canoe. These are mostly for just fun, but you can race each other, I guess. It's an Olympic sport, if I remember. They go and they race each other. I think for this, although it's who comes first, they do it on time. So they send you out down the track, down the river, and they count, and whoever does it fastest wins. It's kind of like swimming. Swimming is a race, and they also time it to see how fast it is, but they're all lined up together, so they all, first one to swim there and back wins. Now a different kind of sport is dancing. Dancing is a bit different. There's no score, there's no goal, there's no points. It's not a match, it's not a race, you just dance. Although they do have competitions, and the winner will get a score. So like this, they hold up the score, and each dancer gets a score, and the highest wins. So here you'll see this happen quite a lot. So these girls are Irish dancers, and they've got their numbers. The judge will say how good they are, and one of them will be the winner. So here they are getting their trophies. So that looks like a boy, that one, and the rest are girls. So there you go, winner. You might also have a race that hasn't got people. You can race horses. So this is more of a sport you watch rather than take part in. And they, like the running, they race. Whoever comes first wins. And this is more for the rich people. The poor people would race dogs. It's the exact same, it's just greyhounds. And they go round the track, and whoever wins is the winner. With horse racing and dog racing, it's about betting, putting money down and saying, I think horse number 2 is going to win. And if you win, you get money. Let's see what's next. It's a very interesting sport called Fruit Ninja. I don't think this is a real sport, but this gentleman is trying to play. Oh, so he's got a banana here, and he's got a sword, and he's going to chop it. That's Sports Ninja. But a more serious type of race is race cars. So you can have these type, or the Formula 1. That's a racing car, and it works a bit like the horses and the dogs. You just watch it. There's also the gym. It's not really a sport. Most people go to the gym so they get better at the sport. So you lift the weights, and then you can throw the baseball better. but it's part of it, Going to the gym is a type of sport, and bodybuilding is a sport. So he's probably a bodybuilder. His sport is to just get really big. Another fun sport is table tennis. Sometimes this is called ping pong. It's kind of the slang name for it, but table tennis. It's the exact same as a big tennis, but use a little, well, it's not a racket, that's a paddle. So use your table tennis paddle and your ball, and you play on a little table. And obviously it's an Olympic event. Now when you're playing sports, you're probably going to wear a uniform. Sometimes these are called a kit. You see a football kit, but you can call it a uniform. I think that's okay. So you know whose team is what. So all these people are wearing different team uniforms. And obviously as a fan who likes to watch, you can buy these. And you might also have a sports bag where you keep your equipment. So you put your kit, your ball, your racket. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't mention this here is just called a hockey stick, as opposed to the baseball bat. So hockey stick, bat. But all this you can put in your sports bag. Some people just use these for other things, but you can put all your sports equipment in there. And then if you're playing sports, you might get dirty, or maybe you'll stay clean. If you're playing football, you go into the dirt, you get covered in dirt. So his kit is dirty. Oh dear, his socks are covered in mud. So he'll have to put it into his sports bag, bring it home and wash it. Now if you're not playing, probably means you're watching sports. And you might do this in the stadium. So you go and you watch. You buy a ticket, you sit there and you cheer. It's really good fun actually. But you can also watch it at home on the TV, or you can go to a sports bar. Sports bars will have TVs, beer, and you can just stand there and watch. So you can play a sport, make it an activity, or you can have the activity of watching. So some of these sports are sports you watch, like the bicycles. Most people probably watch bicycles. Sailing you probably watch. Horse racing you definitely would watch. But things like football you can play or you can watch. Usually when you're a bit younger you play more, and then when you get old and your body hurts you just watch. And you go to the sports bar and drink beer. And if you can afford it you go to the stadium. So that was sports. A nice introduction to some simple sports. What sport do you like? Do you like to play or do you like to watch? Do you do a bit of both? And as always, we've got the website here for more lessons, more videos, more worksheets, more English. So go there, sign up, it's free, and keep practicing. Keep watching these so you hear it over and over again. The more you hear, the more you will remember. Arigato. Matane.